Hello, YouTube fans. Oh, praise God. Well, I had another dream. Well, this is with my eyes wide open, so sometimes I call my visions dreams. And this was in the afternoon, April the 15th, 2012. I was tidying up my room, and I was just sitting there by myself, and all of a sudden I saw a scene, and it was like as if I remembered, but I saw a scene just like you would a movie, and I was taken up in the Spirit of the Lord into the sky. And as I was taken up into the sky, I was put in front of this wall of water. Well, this was a really big water. I mean, this was a tsunami that reached from the ground all the way up to the top of the sky. And I looked at this water. It scared me, but I didn't have any fear in me because I knew I was with the Spirit of the Lord. But I heard the Spirit of the Lord tell me, as far as your eyes can see. Like as to tell me to look as far as I can see, and that's just what happened. And I can only look as far as I can see because I couldn't see anything but water. I couldn't even see where it ended. You know, when you see airplanes and you see the clouds in the sky, wow, this is how far this water went, and I didn't even see the end of it. So I would have to be taken. I have to be taken by the glory of the Lord, or the Spirit of the Lord, to all the way up to the top to be able to see it. Only God knows. Well, while I'm sitting here looking at this, I am saying, oh my, this is a big wall of water. And I was fascinated at looking at the water itself, why it sits still and up so high. And I was like, who can survive this? It's like a needle in a haystack is what you'll look like in this water, because as I was standing next to it, you know, I can even see in the spirit standing next to it that this would be, oh man, very, very, very hard to try to imagine surviving something like this. So when he showed this to me, and I heard his voice say, as far as your eyes can see, I knew then that somewhere is in trouble, or many places may be in trouble of a tsunami like this, or many tsunamis like this. But I saw this one, and this one is so big that history has never ever recorded a tsunami as big as this one. I mean, they will not be able to record anything like this as big as this. And I said, whoa, you know, people are like a needle in a haystack in this. And this is all I saw. With my eyes wide open, it was like just brought to me, you know, to my remembrance, and like bam, right in front of my face. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I told my husband, And I was trying to figure out how high this water would be. So I kept saying, what about 300 feet or something? I mean, would that be 300 feet? Because I kept showing him the sky and the clouds, and he said, no, that'd be past 300 feet. I said, well, what about 500 past that? I said, you got to be kidding. It's got to be, no, not as far as you're saying, and your eyes couldn't see. I said, no, I didn't even see an end to the water. I mean, not unless you're 6 or 7 feet, and I'm like 5'9", and it's like I looked as far as my neck would take me. My head was all the way tilted back up the side wall of this water. I mean, I call it a wall because that's what it was. The Lord was holding it still, and it was up very high, and I can see the water. You know, it's just like I could just imagine when he divided the Red Sea, how that water was still functioning as it was before he divided it. Well, it was just like that. You know, it was just a big wall that I can see of water that was up to the sky, but have not been released yet. He is holding it back. And I'm like, oh my Lord, this is going to be one of the biggest tsunamis in history. And it's going to travel inland. I know, because if you saw what I saw, this is going to go miles and miles inland to other states or even cities. We've been having a lot of earthquakes all over the globe, on the Richter scale of 8 and 7. And I mean all over the globe. I mean, we're talking about Chile, we're talking about Russia, we're talking about all these different places. Okay, now the tectonic plates are shifting drastically. If they continue to shift drastically, that means that the shift that will come is going to be so big underneath either the Pacific or the Atlantic Ocean that it's going to send a tsunami wave that is going to be a 300 or maybe 500 and above. It is going to go inland so far. I mean, that many cities and states are going to feel it, because it's going to put out a big ripple. I mean, what I saw, only thing I can say that could probably put out a big ripple could be a very bad earthquake underwater or from a neighboring land. Now, I mean, it may be possible that a volcano could cause this type of ripple also. But, well, that's all my speculation. But as far as my dream goes, yeah, it's a wall of water that went all the way up to the sky, and my eyes did not see no end. So this was April the 15th, 2012, and you all have a blessed day. Bye.